Sean, I know you guys have done a really good job taking it a day at a time, but as these games get closer and closer to the end, how different do these types of wins feel for you guys?
They're huge. I mean, you can definitely feel it. As far as I'm concerned, we're definitely in a playoff atmosphere, and I think we got to take it like that every day. And those one-run ball games are huge if you can get out on top. And it was a very exciting one.
Given how well Irvin was pitching, is that something that you are aware of and thinking about when you're out there, or are you just doing your thing?
I'm just doing my thing. I can't really control what he's doing. He pitched a hell of a game tonight, and hats off to him. But I can only do the things I can control, and just got to worry about pitching.
Sean, are you guys keep an eye on the scoreboard? See how the Braves did after you figure out how you did?
I definitely was. It's definitely.
So you know the situation
Not
now?
off the top of my head. I'm sure things have changed. But what'd you say?
They lost 9-0.
Cool. Let's keep going.
How much do you relish pitching in games like this down the stretch?
It's great. I've always dreamt of, being in a position like this, and to help this team win is huge, and just soaking up every moment.
Sean, we've talked a lot about the mid-season transformation that you've made and all the work you've put in. It's been a little while now. Does it feel natural? Does this just feel like you now, or are you still, having to work on certain things to make it feel like you'd want it to?
It's natural, but I've learned the hard way. When you stop trying to put in the work and trying to get better, bad things will happen. So, it's something I never want to be caught off guard like that, ever again. So, everything's feeling good, but there's always work to be done, and just got to keep pushing.
Did you say about the way the defense is flying around behind
It's unbelievable. Iggy filling in shortstop and Eddie coming in at second base. That almost double play that they made was one of the coolest things I've ever seen on the field. And not having Frankie is definitely a loss, but those guys have definitely stepped up, and it's a huge thing. And Alvy and Terrence behind the plate have been fantastic. So definitely a huge thing, and I'm very excited to have them.
Did you feel like that sweeper, I guess, to Tanya was a mistake, or he just good hitting?
I think it was the right pitch, bad location, and he just slapped it into left field. So he just did his job.
What was your reaction when you hear that Francisco might just miss a few days? Kind of just avoid the worst there.
Yeah, obviously I want him healthy and feeling good, and whenever he's back, great. But for the time being, I think we got the guys to step up and do this thing. So just keep doing our thing until he gets back.
How important has Iglesias been to this team since he joined you guys back in May?
Just clubhouse vibes. He since he came in and showed us OMG, have been fantastic. What he's done on the field, defensively, just playing any position, and the wizardry that I know he's been capable of doing, and then just the clutch hitting. I'd say he's instrumental in this team, and he's been doing some unbelievable things.
Jose, you've talked about how you really kind of live for those big moments. When you do come through, like you did again tonight, what is the feeling in that spot in this game?
That was big. It was big. It was a great win. We faced a good pitching. He threw the ball well night long. We never give up. It was a good baseball game all around. Also, we put a good swing in it. Tried Tyrone in, and Marty came through in the night. Chewy shut the door in the night. So, all around it was a great team win. It was pretty special. It definitely get us together, and it's playoff atmosphere. Playoff baseball is gonna be tight game. It's always gonna come down to attention to detail. So, tonight it was a great win for us.
Well, to that end, you talk about attention to detail. Carlos was discussing how you guys are making more and more winning plays over the last couple of weeks and finding ways to win, and that you've been a big part of those conversations. What does that look like to you, and What do you think this team has been able to do to get over that hump?
Well, I think it's as every day come by, we're getting closer to facing good teams. We definitely competing to clinch, and it's like I said, it's going to come down to one play, one pitch, and that's what this playoff is about, right? It's all come down to that one play, and we just got to stick together. We got to pay attention to details, every single pitch, every single play, 90 feet. It's going to take a lot of details in order to beat good teams in playoff.
It's been a while since somebody has batted leadoff and played shortstop that wasn't Lindor.
Right.
I mean, how aware are you guys that you're trying to step up now as you guys wait for him to get healthy?
Yeah, no, for sure. Paco is huge. It's a huge part of our team, on and off. I was just get to be me, and then he told me to step up, and then I do every single night the best I can for this great team that we had, and I have nothing but respect for Paco and for Lindor, and I miss him over there for sure. But he will be back soon, and he's just doing everything he can in his power to get back, and I have a lot of respect for the guy.
What has this last few weeks been like for you, between the McNeil injury and now Lindor going down, and just how do you feel like maybe more of a leader now in the infield, given what's transpired over the last few weeks?
Well, I think the only thing that changes is my playing time. Is I have no room for rest. I got to go up there with everything I got and support. Jeff is now with us, and now Lindor. So I got to step up, and that's what I'm here for. And I'm just glad to do that. Like I say, I'm just trying to do my job and continue to help this team all the way through.
Are you doing anything to change your approach, maybe pregame or anything, to prepare for more playing time?
No, not really. Same thing, definitely pay attention to details in nutrition, hydration, sleeping, obviously. It's important, especially late in the season when everything is so demanding, every play, every inning is high intense. So you got to really pay attention to recovery. And the team, Jeremy, and the training staff is doing an excellent job with this. So just rolling with them.
Are you thinking up the middle in that at bat where you get the single, or are you just trying to get the bat on the ball?
Yeah, I just try to put a good swing, try to put the barrel to the ball, and that's it. Not try to get too big in those situations. And like I always say, when you put the ball in play, good things happen.
How would you describe this season for you, considering where you started and then where you are now playing this role?
I mean, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to represent such a great organization. It's a privilege, to be part of such a great group. It's just, being the big league in general is special. But I think we got something good going. I'm just glad to be part of it. So, one day at a time. I always say that, like one day at a time, and I'm going to maximize it. I'm going to have as much fun as I can every single day.
Before the game, Carlos Mendoza was talking about how at the end of spring training they told you needed to improve your range, and you went down and worked on that. Anything specific that you did to do that?
It was the pre-pitch. It's like it's to get anticipating and get ready for every single pitch. It's hard to do, but it's doable. I put a lot of time. Texidor, a lot of credit for him down there in AAA. That he helped me a lot with it. So I'm here to get better. I think this is it's a game of failure. So you always chasing to get better. And I think by the time you think you have the game figured out, it's when everything start not going your way, and the game will come and let you know that you don't have it figured out. So you gotta work hard every single day. You gotta stay humble about it, and just continue to improve.
Have you shared any wisdom with Luis Acuna since he
I'm sorry?
Have you shared any kind of wisdom or words of advice with Acuna since he got here?
Well, I mean, it's easy. We play together down there, so we know already each other, and I'm just there in the game, just right behind him, right next to him. And like I say, it's just calming down, and it's gonna help us, right, at some point, and best running, however we're gonna need him. So we just gotta stay, right next to him, and it's a big spot. It's a big spot that the team's in, and it's, for him to be in the first time in the show, it's pretty demanding, but that's what we're here for. We're here to keep everything under control.